Guys, back with the Art of Whiskey. We got Stan here. Here's another bottle that we actually participated on. Now, I'm a dog guy. If you know anything about Fit Bully TV, then you know that we do dogs. And I said, man, I think these dogs translate into whiskey. I don't know how, but I reached out to the whiskey blender and I said, my man, I want to bottle one of my dogs. Look at the cameraman's a little lit right now, so he went to the wrong bottle.
Showcasing the whiskey blender.
Whatever he says, I saw the mistake. But what I will say, I said, Tim, man, I've got a dog. He's a Jack Russell Terrier. He's a very popular dog, and not the general specifically, but the breed is super popular. And I love the bottle. He said, well, tell me a little bit about him. Imagine describing a whiskey based on a dog and a guy blending that dog together. And you said, man, I wouldn't eat the General. I definitely wouldn't taste the General. But if I had an idea of what the General what makes the General General, I said, that's the General in a bottle. It's a rye. He's got a little spice. It's kind of sweet because General's a weirdo, man.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo, and when you let him out, I wish that he had better manners. Because even when we took him to Pet Global, he pissed in everybody's bed. and even in the, I be wanting to let him out because it's my little homie. And he'll stretch out. And because he's so wired, he'll go to sleep. It take him 2 hours to calm down. Every dog in the room like this. And finally he gets up and he lays down flat. He's about this big. And he lays down flat and he sleeps on a pillow. And then if you put your head up, he looks at you. He do like this and you go, oh, fuck. And now he's back wired. Now the challenge is, in about 2 seconds, about 2 seconds after that look, he's standing up looking at you again, pissing.
Yeah, that boy's a pissy boy, but I said,
I don't know what's going on. And you almost want to get him checked for a urinary tract infection, but you go, there ain't nothing wrong with me, just being a prick.
yeah, right.
So, one of the first bottles I ever bottled was in honor of a dog that I definitely grown to love. And I wish I didn't do this. and part of that love for the dog is because I do love dogs in general. And I think that love is going to grow over a course of time. Dog just turned a year old. He invited us into a new world. And he taught me so much still. And if anything, he's encouraged me to consider getting new breeds and more dogs. But the General's special. And it's my job as a pet parent and pet achiever to make him super special. So you say, why are you talking about these dogs on whiskey? Because we do dogs, man. I'm a dog man. I'm a dog man. And shout out to this dog man next to me because he said, hey, is there any of the General left? And I said, there happens to be.
Show him the back.
Oh, and there we go. I AI'd a picture of him, and I literally could take a picture of the General. You get the same thing. And you go, wow, that's unique. We did green and gold for the top, the little strips and stripes. That's special. And as always, and we made it. This is 116 proof here. Super special, people. General, man, I tell you this.
And what? It was 3 months ago? That bottle?
3 months ago, man.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be a nice one, yeah.
And so it takes a little bit of time. Damn, look at that. That's the perfect cut right there. For the whiskey to marry. So what happened with the General is it tasted super unique when we blended it, but then it tasted even better when we bottled it. And then it tasted even better after the bottle turned around and got to mature and the flavors got to marry together. So it's a whole different blend than what we originally blended. Is your cup?
Yeah.
We normally don't allow whiskey to be drank in red cups to be clear, people. It's against my religion. Cameron, hey man, let me up, man.
Let me get that red soda.
Man, say, man. So, Stan, if you don't mind, walk them through what you're tasting, what you're smelling, what you're getting.
It's like a spicy sensation when you start sniffing it. It's
Keep going, man. Oh.
I think that's even better than the original. And I don't know if this is because we had so many different whiskeys since then, but that is... How many more bottles they got in that General?
A lot. No, I'm playing. They got enough, man. Now, Stan has had us open motor oil today. I shared a little brother serving others with everybody. And then we turn around. We just cracked the General.
That's a good one there.
Going to bed after this, people. But I will tell you that I didn't know that whiskey had so many profiles to it. And what I've learned is I said, you know, there's a mystery behind whiskey because it always tastes different, right? So when you get a vodka, you go. You get a tequila, you gotta go. Blanco, anejo, mezcal. Some of them are softer with higher proof, but whiskey literally is different by the day, by the barrel, by the temperature, cask strength, the cooperage. All these things impact whiskey. And then when you share it with friends, put it in different, drinkware, you go, man, all this stuff is different. The General's a special bottle and will always be a special bottle to me because it's where my whiskey journey began as I started to learn about the impact of whiskey on myself and others. And I love that Stan, said, hey, what they do with the General, we dropped the price to $125, turn around, put it out there so that people can get involved. And it's only 50 bottles and only 50 bottles will ever exist. There's a bottle I will never open in one day. That bottle will go up for auction, and it'll probably be for charity, and it'll go for a lot because it's the first bottle that I personally ever blended in my life. And if I do this right, it will be very important and impactful. And they'll be like, me selling the first bottle of whiskey I ever made, that's valuable. And it's actually good fucking whiskey.
I'm gonna buy it.
And resell it. Nigga, I got it, and I'll resell it, but it's right.
Exactly.
I got one you can buy. What's up?
Buy both of them niggas, boy. I know about investments.
So at Anywho, people, we told you before about sharing and just inviting people into the world of whiskey, and we've learned so much even about ourselves in this, and that's where this bottle comes from. So shout out to, again, Tim Hughes. He said, hey, we do some things where we help others on Tuesday. He said, would you be interested in coming? And I said, yeah, I'll come. And I'll tell you this, and I'll close this out with this one. I'm sitting down talking to his brothers, serving others. They've been doing this for some time. And, he's like, well, tell us a little bit about yourself. And I'm telling my story. I'm kind of just talking about life. And they say, I don't think that you're doing all that you can. He said, I think you could be doing more. God has something special kind of for your life. And I said, Tim goes, trust me, he's doing a lot. But, when someone challenges someone like me, and it wasn't a challenge, it was like they heard and felt everything that I said. We were inside of a bar talking. They go, wow, Tim, I like this guy. He could help us reach way more people. I could, and I can, and I will. So I then said, hey, I'd love to, Jamarcus' son's visiting for the summer. I don't think he's got to spend more than fucking a week with him in probably a couple years, 4 or 5 years if we're being, candid. And son ends up getting to come to Texas, spend 2 months. I said, is it okay if kids come? He said, yeah. So I think it'd be good for him to see some men out here working and doing things and helping others. He can get to see that. And that's what it's about. I mean, the first thing I went to was there's a elementary school who literally didn't have maintenance men, so they couldn't switch classrooms. So they needed desks and books and chairs and tables moved. And I gotta be honest, guys, I hate moving. I don't help nobody do nothing. That's the truth. But I felt better leaving with this group of guys who all have good jobs. Imagine somebody got a great job. I've been to their houses. I went to poker night with them now. All of them is good. They laced. And all of them show up and sweat till the sun goes down and then go back to their wives and family. They own companies. These are not people. I mean, Jamarcus met one. That joker's doing $20,000 on a side gig.
A month.
A month. And he has a really good job doing medical sales stuff. And he shows up and puts his heart into everything because he believes in helping others. So that brother serving others, eye-opening for me. Even more importantly, it's whiskey that brought them together. And you know, Jamarcus and I went into the blender today. Stan's got 3 bottles. I'm like, you look at the collection. I got enough whiskey. I go, I don't fucking need another bottle right now. And just so happened, but look, my heart said, I feel like I deserve one. and he gives Jamarcus and I 2 bottles, and that's some good fucking whiskey too. This is fucking great whiskey. So you go,
Don't miss.
and I've told them 80% of your work is going to cost you. It's going to be free, my bad. And 20% is going to come and it's going to pay you. But I'd say that in that 80%, probably 50% is going to save you. Save you from doing something stupid and better you every time you get out there and you practice being a little bit more yourself. So shout out to everybody who's partnering as part of a whiskey crew, drinking whiskey, tasting whiskey, sharing whiskey, buying whiskey, and keeping it whiskey. Because that's what this is about. And mind you, you're looking at the early days of where we're at, but I promise you, if we keep doing what we're doing, we got a long journey ahead. So Stan, thank you for grabbing another bottle in general. Definitely all these bottles so that we could try and do content. Guys, keep it whiskey, drink responsibly, and take care of yourself. That's good. I ain't even trying to